Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. You are most welcome here. This is a safe place. This is a safe space. Thank you for taking the time to come and be safe with me in this place. I want you to feel as though you can truly be yourself. If nowhere else, this is a place for you to express yourself fully. That being said, this is a hard reboot of this show. This show, we are wiping the slate clean. We are wiping the slate clean. It's a hard reboot. It's a whole new show. We're retconning everything that's come before, and we are going forward to new horizons. And I'm excited. I'm truly excited. It's um for what we have in store here at this show. Wow. Wow. For one, it's going to be much more of a family friendly show. Yeah, new show, same mods, same Nadim. We are gonna exclude Skeptic from the show. That's probably the biggest change, that you'll see day to day. Skeptic, until you talk like a normal human being, you're not allowed. You can't join the conversation, even if you have something good to say. It's very interesting. You're just not allowed at the big kid table. So here I am in my daughter's future bedroom. We've painted the walls pink. That just kind of looks like white on the camera here. The main reason I'm here at this setup is because for whatever reason, my last setup that I've been doing for 2 months or whatever has just become a total dead zone where no Wi-Fi comes in or out. So I've got to figure something out because this is going to become a little girl's bedroom in a couple of days. And in a couple of weeks, my bedroom is going to be a little baby's bedroom. So if y'all want this is literally the same camera. It's the same, different no show, same camera. This is my crappy 720p laptop camera that jiggles. So maybe you got new eyes, Nadim. You're seeing this show through a whole new perspective because it's a new show, everybody. It's a new show. This is a hard reboot. We are trying to up the class here. This isn't one of those lowbrow shows. This is something you come and you are able to share it with your friends, and you can feel good about the type of content that you watch. This isn't a guilty pleasure podcast. This isn't something to be ashamed of. You're able to share this stream with your mother-in-law and feel like that was a good decision. I shared this wealth that is being produced from the Black community with my mother-in-law. I'm helping move the needle of the race conversation in a better, more positive direction. And I think we could all applaud that. It's what I'm here for. It's what this show is about. It's what it will become. So hard reboot. We're not allowed to use some of the the higher ups, the committee. They had a couple points of feedback for me that they said that they would like to see going forward. So this isn't one of those boring meetings that you'd rather wish was just a kind of an email. Why are we really here? So it will be drip fed to you, all the new changes of this show. It's not going to be all at once. We're trying to do the frog in the pot version of a system update. That's what the show is going through. So you'll notice some changes as we go. Don't be too scared. Don't be frightened. We're going to try to bring as much of you forward as we can. We're going to leave anyone behind. That being said, I'd like to see more content like this going forward. I really think that It's the wholesome. What am I trying to say? It is what this show aims to be, and I can't put it into words other than this visual. Here, I'm all discombobulated from all these changes. Forgive me. But this is what we need. This is what we need, everybody. Okay, I can't just start it over. I can't just start it over. I can't just start it over. Oh my gosh, I can't spoil it. Okay, bear with me. This is the feeling I want this podcast to give the listener. So if you watch this show and this isn't how this show makes you feel, then please write a comment, send a letter to my PO box. Let me know how we can elicit these feelings within you, because the studies have shown that if you are able to feel like this, or if you're able to watch someone do something like this, and you can just have those feelings of empathy, like, oh, he can fly, he's a black man that's overcome, and look, he's literally flying. I feel like I could be a black man who's literally flying. We know that that is what gets people to super chat. So please let me know how I can help you feel this, how I can help you become, or maybe not become, maybe we're not there yet. How I can help you unleash the flying black man within. No, skeptic, this is not the studio. This is just go back. I already explained it. I said, oh, I'm going to try not to leave anyone behind, but skeptic, you are the exception. You are the exception. We will leave you behind, you little KGB mouse, little mighty KGB mouse. So, I really hope that that is what we're able to produce here on this show. That's the goal. That's my aim. And I don't know what is it that you guys want from this show. This is a hard reboot. The higher ups are looking for some feedback from the audience, and is there something that would make you want to give me money? Because that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm about. You know, I could look at some more funny things. That's always good. Well, actually, I don't. I just saw this, and the higher ups did say that I needed to play this clip. I think this is an ad. We have a new sponsor for the show, everyone. Please welcome the new sponsor for the show. It's called Council of Light. Okay, here we go.
This is a channel message from the Council of Light, the Council of Creation, specifically from a Syrian elder. At this time, many of our crafts are revealing themselves to the public. If you have seen a craft in the skies, if you have seen a craft at all, it is because we chose you to see. We are slowly drip feeding into the consciousness of humanity that we have always been here. We have never left. We have bases within your mountains, underneath the deepest lakes, within your deepest oceans. We have motherships stationed all across Earth, preparing for the moment of ascension. As you begin to see us, you will see more groups of us in your skies, and soon we will be consistently there. We will reveal our motherships too. This is a channel message from the council.
Yeah, so sorry. I meant to play an ad, but that was one of the messages that the higher ups of the Mr. Wesford stream sent me. I don't think I was supposed to play that for y'all. Pretty sure that was just for me, but I shouldn't be able to. I don't think I can get in trouble for that. Well, I actually not quite sure if that was okay to play. That was definitely just for me. Well, I'm sure that they can edit that in post. So let me see. Can I find that paid advertisement? Where was that? Oh yeah, sorry. Here it is. It was a skincare product is our new advertisement. Oh my goodness. I hope everyone goes out and supports this little startup that has chosen to support the stream. If everybody get your wallets out now, use the code Wesford 69. You will have your greatest dreams come true. Here we go. Here's the paid advertisement, everybody.
I can't hear you, but very happy. I love you, happy.
Well, that doesn't make you want to buy a product. Then I don't know what would. So, link is in the description. Please support this small startup skincare product for men and women. For men and women, everyone. It's not. This isn't a male-focused stream. This isn't a manosphere content. This is for not only the men but the ladies and the children. This is a family program. That's why the wall's pink behind me. And yeah, please support them. I get a little bit of a kickback, so you'll be seeing me starting to wear some of that merch. I got to rep the people who are willing to rep me, willing to take the chance. This is only our first episode, so it's really impressive, and I will be putting it in the descriptions, and I'll be making lots of shorts here on YouTube and Instagram and X, touting how I'm one of the first streams to have on their first episode a paid sponsor. And it's pretty rare when somebody who can have that credibility to have a paid sponsor right on the first episode of a show. That is very commendable for that, which I don't even know. Here, I've lost it. I'm not even sure. Nadim, what was the name of that company? I don't have it in my notes.
That's anushkaboombboom.com.
Okay, Anushka Boom Boom. If everybody can go to Anushka Boom Boom
and type for a 50% discount.
Right. Okay. Yeah. anushkabooboo.com /Wesford. The promo code is for 50% off. So please, Nadim, it's not. I'm here to make money, Nadim. It's
I'm
not.
sorry. I'm just laughing at because the higher ups also talked to me, and they assigned. Okay. Yeah, they assigned.
Okay, wait. Before you go on, did they talk to you, or did they send you a message on?
No, they talked to me, but they sent me like a public message. I can say, there's there's something I can say, and they said that there's a full ban on Skeptic joining.
Okay.
He can still be a mod, but as
right.
long as he stops, cursing us with AIDS in our ears.
Right. That's the main concern. That's the main concern. Yeah. Like the KGB programming, they didn't have any problem with that actually. It was just the AIDS. It was just the AIDS they had a problem with.
Yeah.
They were very specific about that. They underlined it, highlighted it.
They're very reasonable, they're letting the KGB have information, So
Nadim, I know this is probably like best safe for off the record, off the air, but are you on the payroll or the higher ups? Are you an intern or are you on staff? There's a lot of compartmentalization. Yeah, see, there's a lot of compartmentalization with this company. So I'm really, I've been chosen. Company, it's not a company. I was under the impression that this was a company I was working for.
You don't know? Okay, I can't tell you then. You're still on the,
All I know is that I've been chosen to be the figure piece, the mouthpiece, if you will, for the company. And that I'm not quite sure why I was chosen. I believe that will be revealed to me in time.
Yeah, you're kind of like you're I can reveal this. You're like Muad'Dib, you know.
Okay.
Like Muad'Dib, and I'm like, no, I can't say who I am. I can't say who I am.
I did hear the words.
Be a Bene Jesuit, you know.
Okay, I did hear the words "useful idiot" many times. The last time I had I was on a conference call, but I'm pretty sure that was about
Skeptic.
Someone else. Yeah, I think that was about Skeptic.
Or it might be John, yeah, because he's useful. Skeptic is useful too, but I think it's John, yeah. Or maybe
so
Logan.
Samuel in the chat asks if the higher-ups are okay with the friendly neighborhood anti-communist. They are, but they want to leave space. This is a safe space for the KGB communist programming, and it's also a safe place for the anti-communist programming. It's an open dialogue both ways. This is how they want to push the needle in the right direction.
Yeah, they told us to highlight the part that you can't inflict AIDS in the ears, even if I do it, you know. Right. Even if Wes does it, that there's a complete ban on this, you know. No AIDS.
And Nadim, I would like to get your. There's other things that I see in the. There's a private message. I can't get into details. It may or may not be a Signal or a Telegram group that I legitimately thought this was a company I worked for. What is this? Is this an NGO, a conglomerate? Can you help fill this in, Nadim? What is the structure of this?
There's this very honorable company, or like not company, society that we can kind of get an example from, and which the higher ups really have a high regard. It's maybe Scientologists, you know.
Okay.
That you can compare it to them, maybe a bit Jehovah's Witness, you know, this type of stuff, you know. It's the very, very wholesome, very wholesome company.
I agree. That's the okay. Yeah, we're all Buddhists. We are all Buddhists.
We're all Buddhists.
It's important to remember that you know, every person you look at. Okay, like for example, let me play a clip, and you may not realize what binds all these people together. There's a single quality that every single one of these people in this video have, and that is that they are all Buddhists. So just keep that in mind.
Check it out. This is
as long as you have the 5 tenets of Buddhism.
What the fuck you mean, nigga? Mobbing this bitch. What the fuck you mean? I'm black, baby. OT ass nigga. Oh, nigga, nigga, fuck me. I'm black. Of course I drive a dog.
All Buddhists.
Yeah. Being black is Buddhism.
Mob nigga. Check it out. This is a person that don't believe it's black people in Alaska.
Yeah, all Buddhists. So that was there's many things here on the docket today. I don't know if we'll be able to get to them all, but the higher ups have asked me to actually wait here. There's a message here in the private chat. Stop mentioning the higher up. Okay, well, there's many things out here that we today are going to get into that I'm meant to relay to you and see if we can all move the needle in the correct direction for progress. So Nadim, what did you think about that group of Alaskan Buddhists?
Oh yeah.
Did you like that?
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. You know, you can see in their eyes that there's there's this infiltration by our organization, and that just fills my heart with Buddhism, you know. It fills my heart with the 5 tenets, and that's what life is about, you know. You know, and as long as you pay your way up, as long as you pay your way up, then that's the way to the Mr. Wesford stream, which is
right. I feel
prophecy.
I feel something coming on. I'm not quite sure what it is, but there's a swaying motion.
There's only one thing you can do, and that's very recommended in our organization, is that you add a snake on your head. But that's maybe something that would come later, because the change would be so sudden. So yeah.
Well, I'm not quite sure if everyone here knows the deep lore, so let me see if I can bridge that gap. Okay, let's try to get people to, up to speed on the deep lore.
Yeah,
So here we go. I have no idea what just you said, but does this man look like he's aged at all? Like rapidly aged in this thumbnail?
Very possible. He might have been infected with the skeptic AIDS. That.
Like Colin, thank you for joining the show. Today is a hard reboot. We are cleaning the slate clean. We're cleaning it clean, as you do when you clean things. We're trying to up the brow. We're not low brow. We're up brow. We got an.
I think we're allowed to mention the higher ups when there's people
right,
that
have
been guests on.
Okay.
So when there's guests that are coming back, we can mention that the higher ups put us and mainly you up to the task of spreading our faith in Yaqub.
Okay. Well, I see the word semi-black and I'm already a little bit offended. So I choose not to bring attention to that. I try not to manifest things that have negative energy to them. So
regardless
I've been told to play
what
this.
you might think,
wait, he said blood clot. He said blood clot at the end.
Oh, blood clot.
Blood clot, a pussy clot. Okay, continue. Yeah.
Sorry. This guy's a bumble clot. Go. No, left. Go.
You
Stop.
Probably realize we're both human, actually. And did you know it's immoral and wrong to judge someone based on their appearance?
Right. That's why I don't like the word semi-black.
Anyway, all I want to do is
hit.
And
I want to hit.
It seems that most people are terrified of actual authenticity, and they see true happiness as something foreign, and I get it because
all those foreigners look so happy to me.
I would have been abused since I was 11.
Yeah, letting them in droves.
There was a time when I was afraid of literal everything because anxiety isn't rational.
Fake authenticity and fake happiness.
Brains for logic. We have hearts for emotion. We have souls to connect with spirit, our spirit.
We have nose for rings.
That is God or whatever you believe in.
Or whatever you believe in.
Because you don't have
to
agree with me on anything other than being a decent human being.
Why that? Why do I have to agree on that at all?
In any way? Telling someone they're ugly?
No. What if they are? What if they're ugly?
Is there an objective truth that you believe in?
Whoa, okay. That jump from calling somebody ugly to raping an innocent human being, that's a big jump. Nadim, is that a big jump?
It's a huge jump. Huge. So I just want to comment on what I read in the chat is that Colin thinks that we're graduating past him, but that's not true. We're transcending.
As someone who was expelled from high school, I'm not quite sure what he means by graduation. Can you try to help me, Nadim?
Yeah, so graduation is when you pay to get to the other level of truth, and the more you pay, the more you graduate to the end truth.
Okay. Are there 33 degrees of graduation, Nadim?
No, there's within our organization, there's only 10, and each level is harder than those 33 guys. and they're not degrees. They're booty alchemies, you know.
Okay, that makes sense to me.
You gotta do the thing with your tongue. You know, after.
What?
The thing with your tongue.
What?
Wait, they didn't tell you yet? Oh, it might be step 2. Okay, sorry.
Are you spoiling episode 2?
Move on.
Okay, sorry. Well, we do have another sponsor, everybody. This is a paid advertisement for Precious 2. If you all remember that movie, there is a sequel coming out. So please be sure to go out and see it in a theater near you. And of course, she was a Buddhist as well. So you can tell by the way she is. Probably the most Buddhist of any of us. Anybody on this episode so far, definitely the most Buddhist.
Is that Gorlock? No, Gorlock.
I'm not sure what that means.
Look up Gorlock.
I don't want to, Nadim. This is like one of those weird Scooby toilet things that I just
no, that's
I don't want.
That's not it. It's not it. It's one of our other sponsors, Gorlock.
Gorlock is a sponsor.
Yeah.
Well, we can't just do sponsor after sponsor. I think that if we load up too many, even if we have an abundance of sponsors, because this is such a great stream and it's very educational and family friendly, and I do think that we need to try to focus on the content and intersperse the ads as they come. Because if somebody listens to, I don't know if you've ever tried to listen to a podcast and it's like you're like 10 minutes in and it's just talking about chalk.com. And it's 10 minutes of chalk.com. I'd like to get to the content.
If I would love to hear him, we're breaking chalk.com.
Oh, it's chalk.com. Is that one of our...
Anywho, how do you feel that the guy that we had on went straight to Jay Dyer after?
Yeah. Okay. Well, here's the thing that
and he didn't learn anything.
Well, it was pretty much an identical conversation to the one I had with him.
Yeah.
But the thing that really disappointed me was I was hoping to get onto one of his clips on his channel because it said that he interviews thought leaders. And as soon as my face would have shown up on his channel, I was going to let everyone know that I'm officially a thought leader. And that is THOUGHT, just for any of those naysayer trolls out there. I know, I see.
Oh, no, I thought it was THOT.
See, Nadim, you're one of them.
No, that's what Skeptic told me.
The higher ups have told me that I still have authority to do that bit there. Anything I don't like, you're gone. Just so you know.
No, Skeptic told you to say that.
Okay, well, I should have let him on here just so I can kick him off. Wow. Okay. This is interesting. So this doesn't say who the sender is of this email, but I just got this email here that says, I know your higher ups, and has an image. Here, let me load the image. Because I've never seen a picture. I don't know the names or faces. Let's see. What is this picture? Oh my God.
I think it's one of those fake news. Fake news.
Unverified source, everyone. Unverified source. I just got this email that says I know your higher ups, and this is the image. So I don't feel like I should try to platform.
No comment.
I haven't confirmed.
I would say no comment.
No comment. Yes, cannot confirm nor deny.
Cannot.
I've never seen higher ups. I know that they're out there. I don't know if it's one person or many people. All I know is that
I think we're one.
Emails
I think we can say that we're one with the higher ups.
I'm not sure if I agree, because if I was one with the higher ups, then I wouldn't be where I am.
No, but
I'm trying to become one with the higher ups.
you can't understand it yet. Me neither. But I know this is part of our book.
Okay.
It is.
I would like to understand.
You never will.
I would like to think I'm capable. I consider myself handy capable, but I'm not sure if I'm there yet. But Nadim, I do have another clip that the higher ups have sent me, and they said they'd like to get your take on this. So I've seen this before. Sure. Full disclosure, I've seen this clip before. I have my opinions of it. I will share them, but I want Nadim's reaction first. So here we go.
Oh my God, there's so much happening at once.
Okay, we'll play it one more time.
Was it written? What was written in the board?
It says NIG. It's an insurance company.
That's amazing. What a Buddhist.
Okay, so Nadim, did you like that?
Oh yeah, such a Buddhist. I don't.
It was a very Buddhist action, wasn't it?
I don't care what nobody say. This was funny as fuck.
Okay, is that your official Chase? That's Chase Haggard's opinion. Do you agree with Chase Haggard?
I ain't gonna lie. The role was elegant, man.
It was. So, I think my opinion as a filmmaker, as an artist,
I mean,
that
come on.
The actor here. Okay, first off, great script, very good screenplay, great writing, excellent actor. Whoever cast this actor, I think, deserves more credit than they get. But okay, honestly, the directing and the cinematography.
The camera work is
it's the main issue here. Okay, watch. You can tell that. Okay, watch. Here it is. You can tell. Okay, this is called blocking. This is a mistake in blocking. So what happened here was he stood in front of this lit up sign, and then that changed the focus. So when he gets away from it, changes the light source, and now it's all dark. We can't see what's happening. Oh my gosh! All we see is nigga, but the subject is running away. And look, now he comes back into focus. So he went into total darkness, and I don't know if this is potentially some kind of, deeper meaning, like, oh, he changes nig to nigga, and then he descends into the darkness, the underbelly. I don't know if within that time, like, we're supposed to assume that he saved his father from the underworld. I'm not quite sure, but he comes back into focus. He's afraid for his life. He's running. He stumbles and then smacks his face right in there. So, but all I'm saying is the blocking.
I think the script writing was impeccable.
I have no issues with it. It's masterclass.
Because it's kind of the newest form of art in the 21st century.
Right.
I mean, look at that. You first look at the video and you're like, this guy is like, he's like a goofy looking dude.
I mean, look at him. You know exactly the cartoons you watch on Saturday morning come to mind, even with the camera work being so far away.
Yeah, and you're like, oh.
We're not even getting any cuts. Did you notice this is all one long take? This is all one take. There's no cuts. It's all one long shot.
Yeah. And there's so he starts doing his like little jumping, and you're like, he might be an athlete, and he does his roly-poly, and you're like, he's a gymnast. And then he jumps, and he's like, oh, what is he doing next to this well-lit sign? He goes there, and you're like, I can't read a lot. He goes and hides it, and then that's the masterclass comes in. Pop,
right,
he puts
but the main, and it's just like maybe
there's a mistake.
I'm just not understanding. To me, this is a mistake in blocking. I think he really should have gone behind the sign and then popped his head back up like Swiper, and then whatever something and then he if he tapped the A on there, and this is the problem. I do believe that this was not in film. I'm pretty sure, and I am willing to be wrong, that this was with a digital camera. My feelings, my gut instinct is that this was taken and filmed with a phone.
Yes, that's
but
my instinct too.
Okay, we're on the same page. So I do believe that if this had been used with film, that the message would have come through. You would have had a cinematographer there to be able to pull focus. He would have been able to change as the lighting source changed. If they were going to do this artistic expression of him stepping in front of the sign, that's going to change the light source. So that's why we have the dark. Look, he just
wait. I just had the
where
revelation.
is he? Where did he go?
I think that's an Easter. That's an Easter bunny. Easter egg. Sorry, that's an Easter egg.
Are you okay? Oh, it's an Easter egg. Okay,
Easter egg.
Oh yeah, that's a classic Easter bunny, Nadim. I mean, can you tell me what that is?
Okay, I think I analyzed what it means. Okay. So there's this double entendre that most black people don't have insurance. However, he's giving them insurance. Secondly, it turns black because nigga is black. That's. it might have been on purpose.
I do think I think you can give them credit. Okay, yeah.
This kind of you wish for a part 2, and just to know what happened when it turned dark. He might have been jumping and
I mean, when he turned dark, when he descended into darkness, didn't you feel a little bit blacker?
Exactly.
Right. I felt that too.
Yeah, and so that's it. So I think it's the Rololomomo review. I give it a 9.7 out of 10.
And I think we could take this a little bit further, Nadim. I do think we could take this this analysis of this piece of art. I think we can take it a little bit further. Here we do have Jortlandia rating us, so let's try to replay it one more time. Okay, we have one more time. Nadim. Okay. Let's try to unpack the symbolism of this film.
Yeah. Okay. Let me do it again. Okay. So
we have to let them watch it. We have to let them experience it.
Yeah. Okay. So everyone, forget anything Jim Bob said in the last hour. Just look at this.
Right. This is what you need to know. This is what you're here for. So, okay, everybody, we have a short film here. We're doing a quick analysis of it. So here we go. So it's so quick. And there's a lot there that I think you can miss on a first watch.
There's a lot to take in. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So okay, what you had mentioned was when he changes it to reveal his identity, and then as soon as he does that, it descends into darkness. Right. I thought that was a mistake in blocking. I thought potentially he should go behind.
Yeah, but that's the pessimism in you. You have to be a better Buddhist. That's what all the stream is about. That's
true. That's my mom and me. That's definitely on the white side.
So let's do the Logan. Before you speak, let's do the analysis. Let me give my professional review. Okay, so first off, I know all of you in the chat now. I don't know how much you are. I know that all of you, when you started watching, you're like, okay, this guy is like a goofy
cartoon villain, correct? Right?
Yeah, and then look, press play for a second.
Okay.
And he started. Okay, look, he started doing this high jumps, and you're like, oh wow, this guy.
Well, he's looking left and right. He's walking across the street.
Then he does a roly-poly. Pause. He does the roly-poly, and you're like, oh, he's such an athlete. He might be a gymnast. Then there's this well-lit sign, and then he adds the letter A, and he stands in front of it. And look what happens. Look what happens when he stands in front of it.
Right.
Press play, homie.
Okay. Right. We descend into the darkness.
It turns black.
Right.
And my first thought was that, we saw the culprit's face for the first time. Wait. Okay.
And I think there's a connection between him defacing the sign, or potentially he's you know, he is elevating it. And I think, you know, right here, bam. What does that make you think of, Naveen?
I mean, that just resumes it all in the end. So there's they're very subtle details that not anyone could relate to, but it kind of sums up everything. That,
you know,
oh,
I
look,
disagree with you, Nadeem. I disagree. You're saying it's subtle. I think it's very ham-fisted. I mean, we see that word on screen, and then immediately we see this man get brain damage. So I do think that it's very ham-fisted, saying that this word has been used to keep us down for hundreds of years, and the people that use it likely have brain damage. What do you think, Logan?
No, I think it's the other way around. I think he's, as soon as he transcended into his black nature, when he was back in the dark, when he put the A on the screen, on this well lit poster, I think he transcended and became that word. And when he became that word, he inherited all the brain damage of that word and went straight into the pole. That
you know,
might be
JA,
another
that's the kind of bigotry that we got earlier in the stream that I don't really care for. Like we first off, if you're the type of person, JA, that's willing to use such harsh, hateful words as semi-black, then I don't care if you subscribe. I'd rather you not. So Logan, did you have any thoughts about this work of art? How did it transform you? Were you transfixed to it? Were you trans anything?
You know, I'm just impressed at the events of the video. Like, what transpired, like, truly one of the greatest critiques of modern society that I've ever seen. The subtlety, as well as the just in-your-face nature of the critiques of race relations. Like, it really gets to one's soul.
I told you so, Wesford. It's a work of art. It's the modern way of expressing art.
It's so subtle, but you know, on its face, it's so bold.
Captivating. Yet so captivating and peculiar and impeccable.
Impeccable.
I don't think it's peculiar. I think it was meant to be almost a regular sort of showing, you know, as a critique of our society. Like, just a sort of cartoonish walk up to there, as if it's all some sort of Saturday night cartoon.
Then he turns into a gymnast. You know, that's.
Well, I do think that I have another work of art here that I think really truly encapsulates the way that video made me feel. So I would like to think that this is everyone's reaction. If not, I'm willing to hear dissenting voices, but let me know if this is how you felt. Brother Logan?
He looks the same to me. Looks the same guy. I think he transcended into this.
That's the moment of the A being slapped on there. That's how you should feel.
Yeah. I'm just confused as to why we played the same video over again.
You noticed that, didn't you? Yeah, see? I knew I couldn't pull one over on you. Well.
Oh, that's
where do we go from here? I don't know.
I think Logan needs to understand how we've transcended in this show.
Oh, understand? I need to understand? No, my friend. I think you need to overstand. You need to understand.
I will ask you guys not to make any references to past, to any other show you may have seen with a similar title, because this is a reboot, a hard reboot. This is episode 1. So this is all new content. We cannot talk about the deep lore. Deep lore has all been retconned.
Well, I was going to say, I thought the point of a reboot was to have a couple callbacks to the original.
Right. That's called pandering. And,
I might say it's a hard R, you know. It's a hard R.
Can you want to
hard R reboot?
I'm gonna let you back that up a little bit. Give you the opportunity to choose your words.
It's a hard reboot. Hard R.
Well, brother Logan, how are you doing today?
None too bad. And you, Brother Wesford?
Dude, I'm doing. Actually, I'm quite stressed out. If you really want to know, how I'm feeling, Logan?
Yeah.
Man,
but
yeah. When people ask you how you're doing and you're just having like the worst day of your life, do you let them know how you feel, or do you just go, "Oh, good, living the dream"?
I do say that all the time.
Does it depend
None too bad. Just living the dream.
Okay. Well, I'm quite stressed out in my life, so this is an escape for me, I know even though this is only the first episode, I do believe we're going to cover a lot of ground. We're going to help move the needle in the right direction that the higher ups want us to. But I almost got hurt yesterday, so that's I'm still a little shook. I had a landing, that it's got a couple steps on it, and it's like a platform, and then you can walk into the house, right? The whole thing just fell over. Whole thing just fell right over.
Oh.
I sent a picture of it, sent it to somebody. I was like, what should I do about this? I was like, I don't remember you having a ramp in the front of your house. I'm like, I didn't until about an hour ago.
Excellent.
A piece of wood flew in, like off the railing, hit me in the leg. Didn't break skin, but got bruised. So maybe that's actually good. I never really thought of that as a strategy to help me in my my reverse Michael Jackson. But I do think that might be a legitimate strategy. But I tore off all of the landing. There's a lot of rotten wood, very dangerous. And it did uncover some more rotten wood on the side of my house that I didn't know about. So I think the threshold of my door that leads into the house was not installed correctly and let water in. And I'm tomorrow I'm going to start cutting. I took tomorrow off so I can start cutting it away and seeing where the water damage leads. Hopefully it's not a lot. I hope it didn't affect the subfloor or anything like that. I don't know. It might be a huge headache for me.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not, too messed up.
Right. Nadeem, you want to try to redeem yourself a little bit? You want to try to Nadine yourself a little bit?
Is he gonna have to hard R redeem himself?
Wait, okay, he just said hard R. I think he should redeem himself. Anyway, I'm back in, not because of Wesford, not because of me, not because of Logan. It's of course behind all, because of our leaders, our higher ups.
Right?
Yeah, and I can only thank them for being back on. I think I have to highlight Ant Bear Pig's comment and push for the 4 subs to kind of reveal our new prophecy in the 666 sub count. Yeah, and then transcend past it.
Okay, can you try to help what that would look like?
So that means everyone like the stream, please. Share it to your.
Can you tell them what they would if they became a subscriber? Can you tell them what they would get in return for that?
If you become a subscriber, you might have something called the path, and this path, I can't talk anymore about it unless you subscribe. So you need to subscribe.
Is this somewhat like interactive? Like the more they subscribe, the more the story progresses, and the more you're allowed to share.
Yeah.
Oh, I have an idea. So we set the live stream chat to where they have to be subscribers for at least a day.
Okay. Well, that is going to really affect us when we have streams that I do when there's 3 people watching. I mean, if they're not subscribed for a day, I mean, it's just going to be me. That's a problem.
I mean, can you turn on subscriber only chat, or is it impossible?
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I have that unlocked. The YouTube higher ups, they really.
Yeah, I think our higher ups are really in contention with those YouTube.
Right. I don't think they're the same people.
Betas.
Oh, see, just another Clips channel agrees with me, but he wants to take it a step further. He thinks it should be at least 4 years subscribed to be able to comment.
Oh no, I think you misinterpreted it. I think he's saying he's campaigning for you for the presidency. He's asking for 4 more years of Logan.
Oh, 4 more years of Logan? Well, it's going to be hard to get 4 more years if we haven't gotten 4 to begin with.
That is true. I think that there's a precondition there.
Okay, I think so. In 4 years, we hold elections for who's going to be the top mod.
Okay, like a beauty pageant?
Or replace Logan. I mean, should we do this every month?
Every month we'll have a beauty pageant to see who should be top mod.
So I mean, you are top mod because you have the
people. If the people want it, I'm here for the people. You know, that's my campaign trail. Logan, let's try to figure out what your platform would be. So it looks like you already have at least one voter. So let's go here and tell me. Let's go one by one and tell me if this is something that you would campaign on. Okay. Would you end no-fault divorce?
I mean, if possible, yes.
Okay.
In the chat.
Anything else you'd like to say there?
I mean, well, personally, I think legal marriage is, kind of just a crappy business contract. I mean, yeah, that's really all I got is legal marriage is kind of just a crappy business contract, as much as I would actually prefer the government to pull back a little bit and let churches and stuff step more into that domain. There is a sort of limit to how much legal framework we should be, putting in there in order to help encourage people to still get married, even if we would prefer it to be in religious institutions.
No, go on. Sorry. Go on.
Oh, no, that's kind of all I had there.
Oh, I definitely felt like there was something more. I feel like you're holding back. You're very reserved. I think the people will respect that about you. Nadim, I did mute you because you had Logan's audio coming through. And
I did want to...
Ivan, hello, sir. It looks like you're muted as well. I can't unmute you. You got to do that. Not quite. This is a very serious show. We're here to expose the truth. I'm not quite sure. I'm glad that you're. Let's just. What do you have to be happy about?
I was going to do my speech to be top mod and replace Logan, but then focus shifted. Anyways, okay.
Is it my internet crapping out?
No. There's nothing wrong with the internet, man. I was just listening to the show. I like the big heady takes that you have on live,
right.
This is like super serious content, and I'm glad to be helping out to grow the channel, man. Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, this is a full reboot. We're trying to cut out the nonsense. No more joking around. This is the content that people have asked for. We are trying to just give them what they wanted. This is what they've asked for, like I said. So we're here. Ivan's not, and that's the way that God has planned in his foreknowledge.
We have to explain that we're transcending. We're not deleting everything. So of course there's gonna be Hollywood movies. Of course,
right? Of course.
That's it's not gonna be like a Wesford stream without like a monthly Hollywood movies. So
right,
so I had to put this in the way at least so people know that we're not like that dumb.
What do you guys even like? I've been doing this for a little bit now, and I started off just like pressing record and seeing what happened. People ask me now, they're like, what is it? I'm like, well, I kind of just say it's like a stream focused on comedy, philosophy, and religion or orthodoxy. And I try not to make the same stream. Like I try to vary it each week. Some I like to do interviews for anybody here that's new watching. I do interviews of people, try to find people online that have interesting positions or people I just like to have a conversation with. And then sometimes I just need to shoot the shit, if I'm allowed to say that. Am I allowed to say that? And I just like there's been so much pressure societally for the last 4 years, especially. And like, why can't we just like have some fun? I mean, Ivan, would you like to have some fun? Do you like that? No. Okay. Well, you've heard it here, folks. I do want to give the people what they want. And if no fun.
No, definitely. Fun. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. Sorry. There was English isn't my first language. So I don't want to make sure that I'm able to understand you correctly. Okay, so Ivan, what's your thoughts on no-fault divorce?
No-fault divorce. That's like a state thing. It's a stupid thing. It doesn't exist. It makes the state into the one who owns the monopoly on marriage, basically. Uh, you should definitely uh, like give that back to the church. But like, what are you gonna do? You live in a Protestant country. Like,
I
if
do,
people
yes.
Google stuff, like, I just wanted to say this. Like, if you Google Christianese stuff, like, you're gonna get like Protestant pastors telling you, like, I remember when I first started, like becoming a Christian. I was starting, like, this was about, I don't know, 6 years ago or so. um and there was this guy who was talking about like masturbation. It was a Protestant pastor, and he was saying, like, I'm gonna literally explain to you what he did. He was like, masturbation, it cannot be a sin. Nah, come on. It's a sin, really. Like, he couldn't bring himself to say, like, it's really not a sin, but he was like,
For some reason, I feel like it had to be a Spaniard the way you said it. Like Inigo Montoya said it. Like, it cannot be a sin, or maybe like from like Nacho Libre or something. Like, no, Pastor Iglesias says that
No, no
masturbation is
way,
not a
hijo.
sin.
It cannot be seen, no.
Sometimes when you are a man, you masturbate in your room. Pastor Iglesias says this is what you do. So I don't know. I think that the state, if they're going to have no-fault divorce, which I believe in the United States was first initiated with Ronald Reagan, I think they should just make it a full-on like Roman Catholic thing, like, oh, huzzah, you were never married to begin with. Just... What do you think about that? I think it's just linguistics.
no, I think, man, like, Roman Catholics don't have like that like no fault divorce thing either. It's just like they're all bad Christians. Like, I haven't ever, even the trads are like bad Christians. Like, they haven't been Christian in like 1,000 years. Sorry, Catholics, I don't mean to offend you, but like, yes, I do, a little bit. But I don't know if you've seen, like, if we're covering the news, that the Vatican has said that basically, like, the Orthodox have been right all along. Like, there was like a big thing that,
Yeah, there's been more and more documents that are admitting more and more Orthodox positions.
Did you cover that already?
I haven't covered it on here, but I've seen other people talk about it.
And what are your thoughts about it?
It's interesting. I see a lot of people saying that it's most likely in preparation for this false union with Constantinople that they're trying to push for 2025, trying to be like, oh, you guys have valid sacraments. You guys are just a true church like we are. And that we can, like, it's just a, blanket ecumenism of, let's get rid of all this theological stuff that's dividing us and just do church together, do life together.
Well, let me add something to that, because it's been on my mind recently. We Orthodox get a lot of flack, especially on the internet, because we misbehave a lot, and fair enough. Like, there's a lot of let's say bad examples of Orthodoxy online, but there's something that I've only learned recently that I shouldn't have, like, I should have known, honestly, which was basically, like, the canons, they're flexible. Like, non-canonical action are non-canonical action is supposed to be, let's say, at the behest of the bishops. Like bishops can allow non-canonical action. So if you're basically complaining that Catholicism has changed, and like, I hate the way Catholicism works right now. Roman Catholicism, it doesn't, it's another religion altogether. But not all of that was like from not all of that is unforgivable. What's unforgivable is papal infallibility, for example. But if you look at our churches, for example, some priests in our hierarchy act as if they were like judge, jury, executioner, as if they were like the living Christ come again. And like, we have a problem as well. And I don't mean to like shit or air or dirty laundry, but like, I see a lot of church of niceness thing going on.
Yeah.
And like, that's a thing that I think we ought to like start talking about in our Orthodox circles, in the sense that, like, for example, I just had an argument with a priest, with the priest of my parish. I'm not gonna say where I'm at, but like, the dude, I asked him, why are like nobody telling these people that are coming to church like to wear like longer pants, you know, like they come here in shorts, and like the women, they don't wear a veil, some of them like dress a little bit scantily. And I don't say this because I'm gonna be like let's say uh tempted by them. I don't care. I'm not looking at them. But like, yeah, no, but I'm focused on something else. If I were to complain because I was tempted, it would undermine my criticism, right? And the thing is, like, it's doing.
Ivan, could you try moving your mic to your mouth? People are saying that the audio is kind of messy.
Okay. Perhaps it's because I got my fan on.
You know, that could be it. It doesn't even sound like you putting it closer. Yeah, I think your input isn't even on your headphone mic. I think it's like on your laptop or something.
Oh, shit, that could be it. That could be.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
I'm gonna get my other mic. I'm sorry, but to finish my point, and I'm gonna fix these technical issues. What I was gonna say was basically we got priests who say like, what's the point of wearing veils, right? And
right.
Like, we've got priests who don't know our tradition, and I think even like there's a lot of sleepiness among cradles. There's a lot of let's say lukewarmness, and it doesn't help us to like hammer on the finer points of theology, when there's a lot of commonality that we should use to bring the others closer to our position. Because like Catholics, the problem is that they've been served poorly by their leadership. They don't know any better. Like, orthodoxy is kind of like a secret. It's a secret in the West. Like, people don't even know it exists. I didn't even know it existed.
Unveiled now, especially with the internet and dissemination of information. I mean, mainly I would say from the internet, just being honest. I mean, there's word of mouth and you know, the more converts just live their lives and talk about it, and people get introduced. But I mean, the internet has been huge, especially the last 4 years. As here in America, we've seen explosive growth.
Yeah, it's so true what Ivan was saying about cradles. I mean, as a cradle, like, it's so obvious to me how lukewarm they are. I was so much like I didn't even know nothing about orthodoxy as a cradle, which is crazy, you know, like, because they don't have this sort of imposed relationship that they have to do as Orthodox with their kids. They think it's more like, yeah, just like however they want the kids, or if they find Orthodoxy, that's okay. If they don't, that's what God wanted. You know, that's kind
right.
of my experience was.
We will get right back to this this topic, folks. We will keep talking about this, but I do want to get back. We have a sponsor break. Yeah, we have a sponsor break here. Same sponsor from earlier. This is Precious 2. It's a new movie coming out in theaters, and they've been so gracious to sponsor this stream. So and yeah, I mean, I agree that that there is a problem with you know, there's tendencies that Cradle have of being lukewarm, and you know, as a convert. What? Sorry. As somebody who's a convert, who has a child who is now. Yes, I can. I can do it. It's my stream. God, can't tell me what I can and can't do. You're just trying to keep the black man down. Get your boot off my neck. Okay, so that's the message.
Too big.
That's the message of Precious 2. Too precious, too big. Everyone, it's actually Precious 2, Too Precious, Too Big. That's the subtitle. That was my chicken, Big Mama. Yes, actually. Anyway, so like we were saying, I think that obviously a lot of people see patterns with converts and Cradle. So with Cradle, it can be a lukewarmness, kind of like they're you could say familiarity breeds contempt. They're used to it and just feels familiar. Like I grew up a Protestant and I jumped around different churches and I saw different ways of doing it, you could say, winging it. And my daughter is baptized as a child. She'll grow up in the church and she won't have that upbringing of Protestantism to compare it to know that, what she has is so much greater than what I had growing up when I was given. And I've seen other kids that are Cradle at my church that are, 18, 19, 20. And they've said they've gone to friends' churches that were Protestant and they're like, some of them are just, lukewarm, ecumenistic, like don't really understand the faith deeper. And they're like, oh, that's just, another way of doing it. Other ones are like, I saw that and I immediately was like, I need to leave. I shouldn't be here. Like this. And it wasn't like condemnation. It was just like, I now see what I have and I see that they don't have it.
Yeah, definitely. I think even the cradles we're talking about that are lukewarm most of them would say the same thing about Protestant churches, but it wouldn't make them less lukewarm. I mean, like I went to Catholic churches before. I knew like it was dumb, and still like loved Orthodox liturgies, but it didn't make me less lukewarm. I don't think seeing the bad makes you more prone to the good. I mean,
so you're saying you don't need to eat broccoli to be able to know what ice cream tastes like?
Exactly. Yeah.
No, the worst part, then, Nadim, is that you're literally quoting saints, man. Like you're speaking in jest, but I can see that you know what you're talking about in that sense. So kudos to you, man.
I'm just saying my experience. I don't know which saint said that, but
I don't remember, but I think it was Saint Paisius. Maybe I'm misremembering that. Said like you're not gonna find God like if you're fighting like against other people's sins and looking at other people's faults, but
right.
Like, yeah, it's like you're not gonna meet God while you're busy trying to destroy your brother for being stupid. But there is a point where there are exceptions, and you have to obviously point them out. And if we're gonna be speaking about Cradle Orthodox being lukewarm, I think it's in part it's of course it's familiarity, but I would also say that it's a form of like ethnic, let's say, pride that prevents them from like seeing church as something other than a social club. So it's like they're comfortable. That's the people who they're like used to hanging out, and if it's fun, it's fun. So they go to church to socialize afterwards, if they go at all. And it's not like they have like a deep reverence or a deep knowledge of like the spiritual life, or let's say seeking let's say the finer points of like perfecting your soul and attaining holiness themselves. That's the sad part of it. But when it comes to, let's say, trying to be a little bit more forceful about it, I always find that there's someone somewhere that's telling me, oh, you sound angry, like you're probably full of passion, like trying to gaslight me into. And it's like, dude, that's cult behavior. Like I'm not gonna let go.
Was this an Orthodox person?
Yes, of course, it's full.
Was it part of the higher ups? Because like, I mean, what's wrong with cults?
No, what he was a priest. He was a priest, and like and the worst part is like whenever when I said something to him, he lost his shit. He had to like calm himself down. He literally said, I gotta calm myself down. Like, we're gonna calm ourselves down. It's like, dude, I'm just telling you this. It's something that I've seen. And I'm telling you this. Why? Because I know of a Protestant woman who, like, when COVID hit, like, she was looking for orthodoxy, and when she went to an Orthodox church, the Orthodox church was closed. And she said, no, the Orthodox are full of shit because they don't even believe in what they say they believe. So in your, like, and I told him straight up to his face, like, I believe there's a lot of Orthodox priests who think that if they can lower the standards in economia for the people who are not strong enough, and they don't want to offend, so they never say anything, like that they're going to bring more people into the church. But what you're actually going to do is you're going to alienate those people who are looking for guidance truly. You're going to keep the people who are just there because it's comfortable. So it's the same thing as what happened with the Catholics that wanted to be cool, and they wanted to like attract the young crowd by being modern and this and that, and it's really just like protecting people's egos. And who said that like the Christian path should be comfortable? That's not. I said, like, pick up your cross, like, and you're telling me that you cannot tell.
You're cutting in and out, Ivan.
You're roboting, dude.
So okay, it'll come back. But when I was first coming into Orthodoxy, it was like right before COVID happened. And then I was going to catechism class all the time, getting my Protestant understanding just totally obliterated, destroyed, all of my arguments taken apart systematically. And I started to accept Orthodoxy, you know, piece by piece. I accepted the real presence of the Eucharist. I accepted icon veneration, even if I wasn't there on a deeper level. Like, okay, like I started going, okay, well, I understand the reasons why we do this, but that's not me. I didn't grow up with that. I didn't grow up crossing myself. I understand it, but like you had to kind of fake it till you make it, or just allow yourself to act a fool and be like, oh, do I do this now? Okay. But then pretty quickly after coming to this place of accepting it, then COVID happened, and then we weren't allowed to venerate icons. They had a limit of how many people were allowed in the church. Then they started using multiple spoons and the chalice. So it was just a hard place mentally of going, okay, I understand now that this is the Eucharist and that you cannot get sick from it because it is the body and blood of Christ. But then this priest that is teaching me that is doing a performative contradiction by acting as if you can get sick with it. So I mean, I can understand. I ended up going to a different parish through, you know, because of things like that and other reasons. But I can understand like what Ivan was saying, especially during COVID, where a lot of Orthodox parishes dropped the ball and didn't do what they should have done. The parish I went to after the first parish I went to never closed down. And that was the main reason I went to them, because it was like, oh, okay, here's a priest that will not budge, that will not give in to anything. And I trust him to protect his flock. Nadim, what do you think? Is there a difference between Cradle in a country that's not Orthodox versus Cradle of people in an Orthodox? Not that you've met, I don't know how many American Cradle you've met. I've met a couple dozen people in America.
I've met Canadian, like one Canadian, one American Cradle. They're all in my parish, but they both are. One is Lebanese, one is Syrian, but they're born in the U.S. and in Canada. I mean, does that count? I
mean, it can't. I'm just saying. Do you think that there's the same? Is it a Cradle problem, or do you think it's an ethnic problem? Do you think that like an ethnic Serbian church with ethnic Serbs in that environment, or like Greek? A lot of people who are like Cradle Greek will think of Orthodoxy as, oh, that's what my Greek. That's part of my Greekness. Oh, yeah. Like I go to the church because I'm Greek. But here in America, that you don't really feel like, oh, I'm going to the church I grew up with, the Orthodox church, because I'm American.
No, I think even in the US they go like because they're Greek, you know, like most.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean it depends which ethnicity you're talking about. So, I mean, in here it's not very ethnic. They just take it more like as what my family does. It's not very like ethnic. I'm not like, oh yeah, it's not part of my Lebanese identity to be Orthodox. Like it's not. You know, it's,
right. Well, does your parish, do they is it a Lebanese liturgy, or they speak it in your natural Lebanese language, or is it in
Arabic?
English?
Okay,
it's in Lebanese.
So in Antioch, it's in Arabic.
Right. So, well, Arabic or Lebanese?
It's in Arabic.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Lebanese, I don't think this is interesting. I don't think anything you're saying is interesting to those watching.
Okay, so let me continue explaining what I was saying. Okay, so
all right, okay, sure.
So it depends which country. So I think Russians might defer to. Bro, you asked me the question. Okay, bye. Okay, Ivan, talk. You're more interesting than me.
No, Nadim, you're fantastic. The problem is that you're sleepy. You're half asleep right now. You're going back to your cradle roots, man. Like,
yeah, I mean, every time he jumps in, you know that he's just lounging. You see the camera like this, like,
yeah,
you're not in a very active position. As you know, you're not.
Yeah. What time is
your
it?
Body
over
language
there,
isn't confused, engaged. Oh, it's probably like 4 a.m., isn't it?
It's 1 here, 1 a.m.
Come on, man.
1 a.m. 1 a.m.
You can do better.
I can do better. What?
With the energy levels, you need like chalk.
What? I can have more energy. I just don't want to wake up my family. You know.
Oh, so that's skeptics' excuse for why he talks like a little KGB mouse in your ear. The Nazis.
I mean, he's also 14. I mean, I don't. That's might be another reason.
Mr. Wesford, I have a question for you, my man.
Yes, I have the answers.
You probably already covered this before in your extensive like catalog of.
I've probably covered. I mean, most things. Yeah, you are correct. Even though this is episode 1, hard reboot. There's a whole book series with background, with lore, lots of characters that you don't get to see on screen. Characters that people have come to know and love. It's an extended universe. But go on. Yeah, most of that can be found there in those books.
Okay, fantastic. So I was gonna ask you, like, what's your perspective? What's your goal? What's your like dream? What's your desire for your channel? What do you want to happen?
That money, baby, make that money. I'm here to. This ain't a free show. This ain't a free show. I'm here. That's okay. Do I need to go back to my sponsor? Okay, guys, we are going to take a quick sponsor break. I actually, okay, my notes aren't quite organized. I don't have the name of the sponsor. So if Nadim, if you have your notes, or even Ivan, I'll send you the email I got. It's a lot of.
I thought it's Anushka. The first one was Anushka Boom Boom.
Okay, well, this is a different one. This is a new sponsor. So if anybody can please.
Is it?
No. Let's see. Oh.
That's parkour.
Right. This is a film channel. Lots of films we sponsor here.
Oh my god.
He just gives up.
I think he hit. No, you don't know how to analyze a movie. I think he hit his testicles. That's why. Yeah. You need to put on.
I was paid to. Full disclosure, I was paid to play that. I was paid to play. This isn't a free show. I've got a family. I've got a second kid on the way. I'm here to make that money. I got a life. I got a life to live, and just one of them right here. So I'm here to make that money. Honestly, if I'm trying to answer that full. Just me. I'm trying to answer that question. Like, I'm not trying to think of right now while I'm just blabbering. This is me answering you as straight as I can. Hey, Nadim. I really think that somebody asked me, there's all these different people in the orthosphere, and they all have there's Bays Lit, who does like literary and film analysis. You have Jay Dyer, who does these debates with Muslims, Protestants, atheists. You have Jim Bob, who's a comedian and cartoonist. Wesford, what do you have to offer? So we have a couple sponsors here I want to get to real quick. Anson, he is a political activist, and he's running for office right now. Anson, tell me your perspective.
Well, I'm not running for office right now, Mr. Wesford. I've done it in the past, but after having been on your show, my political career has been ruined, so I'm no longer going to run.
Could you try to say that in a more positive way, so other people who are watching that may want to sponsor the show would want to sponsor the show?
Yeah. So, Mr. Wesford is ruinous to your brand.
Okay. In a good way?
Yeah, like it's a total calamity. It's huge. They're not going to get coverage like that anywhere except for underneath an atomic explosion. So.
Let's just let that sink in.
Dude, you're gonna get the sponsors eventually.
Oh, I had to turn on my camera. Okay.
I think Anson brings a very good dissenting opinion that we allow many perspectives here. It's not a monolith, right? The Black community isn't a monolith. I always say that. We get accused of it, but we platform people like Anson. So Anson,
there's
what
black
do you?
people in Alaska. There's black people in Alaska.
I'm glad to be here with my fellow non-whites.
Well,
so.
I just want to say that as a Middle Eastern man like Nadim, I just wanted to say that I'm in solidarity with all of those people. So.
Okay.
Every single one of them. Yeah.
Can you say that one more time, just to make sure we can get it clipped? Can you say those people? Those people. That's what I want you to say.
Like I said down in the chat, my brother, he did a DNA test and discovered that we're 1% of Middle Eastern descent. So now I'm Nadim's cousin.
Okay.
So, I agree.
Do you accept that, Nadim?
I accept you as my cousin, but you just need to convert.
Now, truly come into the family. Come home.
Nadim, is Anson, is that a traditional Lebanese name? And if so, what does it mean?
So it's not, you didn't pronounce it well. It's Anson,
Anson, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It means
it's like the son of Anne.
Andrew's cup of tea. It means cup of tea.
Oh.
Kind of gay.
Yeah, this is a full party here.
Okay.
Booty Alchemist shows up. Oh, also, good to see you, Ivan. I feel like it's been forever, man.
to kind of transcend the stream and make it change to its new chapter. I think we need an Ivan John clash. It's like the two words. Two opposing words.
Someone is asking Anson to stop stroking his beard, but I actually think that he should lean into it.
It feels good. You want to rub it, Mr. Wesford?
Yeah, it would make me feel like a child again. Anson, have you ever considered being a maybe not a mall? I don't know if you could make it there, but like a Walmart Santa?
Yeah, being Santa Claus is actually a family business. My uncle did that for about 10 years, and he taught me the ropes. I'm hoping one day when my beard grays enough, I'll be able to do that.
He didn't molest anyone, did he?
No, that's not part of the job description. He's not from the Middle Eastern side of the family. So.
Well, is it something that
is it just a perk? Was he a good pilot, or
is it part of the benefit package?
No, that's a common misnomer. People often confuse, bearded people with other bearded people. That's just fake news, as Donald Trump would say. So,
Anson, I'm not sure when you're going to be campaigning again, but I do believe that people want to know. You mentioned a very commonly used word, misnomer. Can you please help us understand what a nomer is?
Well, so it starts. You got to focus on the beginning of the word, right? So it's a female word, right? Misnomer. Okay. So just focus on the gender and nothing else.
Okay. Well, that's a misnomer. I'm asking just a plain old nomer. Not a misnomer. Just a nomer.
No. If you wanted to know about nomer, that would be mansplaining. I can't do that. So you got to add the miss in there.
Okay. I do want to be an inclusive show. This is episode 1. I'm not trying to break TOS. I do want to get more sponsors. I'm trying to feed my daughter, my children, my unborn child. So I do want to do everything I can in my in my power to not offend any misnomers out there. I've just learned that you exist. I accept you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What is the what are the main issues? If I was to campaign, Anson, I'm asking you because you have experience. What would my talking points need to be to try to get the misnomer vote?
Well, first of all, you got to focus on the transnomers, because there's contention within the misnomer community about whether transnomers can actually take on the same role as the misnomers.
So if a misnomer didn't think a transnomer was a real nomer, would they be like a nerf? Would that be? Am I saying that right? Would they be a nerf for not accepting?
Yeah, you understand it. Well, why don't you go ahead and explain it? So you seem to already know about it. So.
Well, my only experience with this, if I'm going to be honest here, I do believe this was our sponsor last week. So let me just pull this up. I'm sure they'll give us money. They're supposed to give us money each time we roll the ad.
So the sponsors
But
we
last
had
week
before,
didn't exist. This was the first episode.
I know, but just like how Adam was created in a moment, but with time, he wasn't, a baby and grew up. He was created with time, just like that. This show is created with the first episode, but with time presupposed. So, this was here. Let me. This is last week's sponsor, everybody. Okay, there's technical difficulties. I'm trying to troubleshoot now. Here we go. This is my entirety of my knowledge about the misnomer community. I mean, look at that. They're on a mission to bring every gnome home. That's a frog.
I think you just misgendered the gnome. He called it a frog. I think that's
you misnomered him.
I did misnomer him.
You misnomered.
Hey, Anson, how do you feel about no fault divorce? This is a very serious first episode.
Oh, we're being serious. It's not a comedy channel anymore.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
No,
no fault comedy.
No fault comedy. Okay, good. Yeah, because I was real concerned about your prior format about trying to make it a funny channel and
right. Yeah, we've done away with that. That was not playing well with the polls.
No,
Polish people do not like comedy.
This is Schrodinger's comedy channel.
Polish people are
may or may not be comedic.
Anson, how do you feel about Polish people?
Polish people, they make good sausage.
What's their secret?
Well, I don't know. I guess their secret is having been taken over by the Germans.
So is the Germans the reason why they have good sausage?
Well, I would imagine so.
If I was taken over by the Germans, would I make good sausage?
Well, I don't know.
Depends if you're a Jew or not.
Are all Polish people Jewish? Or only the ones that make sausage?
I haven't tried them. I haven't tried them yet.
You haven't tried being taken over by Nazi Germany? I'm really trying to follow.
When there's an oven, they show better their cooking skills,
So let me just get this straight now. This is not a game of say everything we can possibly say against TOS, because that feels like what the game is.
See, so the problem is you're not paying attention, so you might need to go. Never mind. Never mind.
Well, I do believe that the TOS really considers context and that they will understand the cultural context of this conversation and be able to see the nuances that we're trying to tackle. Tough issues in a very delicate way. So I don't think that the banhammer will.
I think John hasn't said a thing since he joined. So
see, the problem is, I'm pretty sure the TOS is just don't say anything important.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that never happens here, so I think y'all will be all right.
Yeah.
John, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? John?
About TOS?
No fault divorce.
Oh, no fault divorce. Yeah, I'm against it.
Okay. Is that because of the Jews?
I never thought of it that way, but I guess now that you mention it.
Wow, you heard it here, folks. He is
anti-Semitic.
Man, that's messed up. You ought to take that back.
He can't be.
He
can't be master plumber no more.
We're going right to the bagel talk. All right.
I don't feel comfortable platforming.
I just want to put it on record that I don't condone any of John Mondragon's actions.
Ivan, would you like to publicly condemn John Mondragon and his views?
I don't know what his views are. What are they?
Just condemn them. Just condemn them. I'm trying to do a favor.
Calvinist.
Condemn them. Say anything bad about them you can.
I condemn these views. I do not know.
Okay.
He's a Calvinist.
It's hateful. It's terrible. I don't know how he lives with himself.
But did he say good things about these bagel people?
No, I mean, I think he said that they're the reason why Polish people make good sausage. I'm really trying to follow. Hey, John, would you like to clarify what is it about the Polish hot dogs that you don't like?
The buns.
You mean the bagels?
What a coward! What a coward! Can't even stay and defend himself.
He can't even say nose. He can't even say nose.
The nose.
You shouldn't platform that kind of hate speech, Mr. Wesford.
I agree. This is we're trying to elevate this show. We're trying to only
I think we can
approved...
formally condemn the Mr. Wesford stream. Okay, I give you the mic, Mr. Wesford.
We're supposed to be cleaning up this show.
All of us at once. Okay, on three. We'll publicly declare it. Okay, on 1, 2, 3.
I condemn the booty
John Dragon.
Alchemist.
John Booty Alchemist.
Anson, you didn't join in. Why was that?
I thought we were just counting. I was about to say 4, but then you stopped counting.
Well, we stopped counting because you didn't keep counting.
Oh,
you were the leading that.
Yeah.
So I gave you that look. You didn't see it. You didn't get the signal.
See, no. So the problem is,
this is why you didn't get voted back in.
We would have had to have one to begin with.
Speaking plot, you guys want to watch that one video again? We started off this whole thing.
Oh yeah. That excellent critique of modern society.
Even haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. Can we pull it up?
No, wait. I think we need to show that our community is also present in Alaska. Also.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, let's start with we'll start with the Alaska thing because actually it's not. It's the Alaska part's not even really important. It's the Buddhist part.
Yeah, the Buddhist part is the most important.
I like cats.
I like turtles, dude.
Turtles.
Okay.
Check it out. This is a person that don't believe it's black people in Alaska. What you mean, nigga, mobbing this bitch? What the fuck you mean? I'm black, baby. I'm black. Of course I drive a Dodge Charger too. All I'm not.
Anson, did you like that?
Yeah, I found it very entertaining, but I was offended by the artistic representation of the Prophet Muhammad in that video. That's offensive.
What do you think? Other than the Prophet Muhammad, I know that was definitely there. I admit that. But what do you think was the overarching thing that binded those people together? Like, what did they all have in common?
Well, from what I could tell, they were on a bobsledding team, right?
That is, yep. That was
part of it.
An acceptable answer, but that's not what I was looking for.
It's part of it, but they're all Buddhists. That's correct.
That is correct. They were all Buddhists. That's what we were looking for.
Because we're all Buddhists, you know.
Okay, so we are gonna. This is an art channel, everybody. We appreciate art here, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna appreciate art together. Here we go.
Wait, where's the sound?
That was it. That was the sound. What are you talking?
No, there was the sound of him hitting his head.
Of what?
I mean, with or without sound, it's still a beautiful piece of art.
I mean, so what did you guys think of that? What's your first honest reaction, Ivan?
I think it was super funny, super talented, top tier content.
Okay.
But I want to know more about this person. Like, we have to track him down.
Okay. Well, I think he has brain damage now, so you probably look for the hospital.
Ivan, I'm confused. Why would you say it's funny? Like, it was very obviously a very serious critique of modern race relations and modern society.
Yeah, if it was funny, don't you think there would have been more like little sound effects, like boom, boom, spying? Like, don't you think there would have been a little more like winks and nods?
He didn't even see the nuance.
Yeah, I didn't hear any of that.
The nuance when he disappeared and the blackness and only the word.
Yeah, you're getting into the deep analysis that we got. This is just, you don't really get that until you at least watch it twice. It's something you have to watch twice. But this is first viewing.
I'm just saying,
again, please.
Okay.
It can only be a comedy if there's a live
put the
studio
sound
audience.
on, though. Put the sound on.
Looks like Mr. Wesford is frozen.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
I think Logan can do it for us.
Yeah, his image should just stay like that. That's a good image for him. Kind of slack jawed.
You can see that, like, you can see his jawline, his mustache, his beard.
Yeah. So how come I'm on an ortho bro channel, but I'm the only one with a real orthodox beard, and you people are just trying to grow some chin pubes?
I mean,
well, I like women. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Oh no,
Heterosexual.
Nadim, did you bring the Pulp Fiction kit? I forgot mine.
Wait, what?
For Wesford, the Pulp Fiction kit.
Brother, what are you talking about, man?
Oh my gosh, John, do you have it then?
No, I don't have it.
So this is now officially the Mr. Knowles stream. Mr. Knowles
Wait,
episode 1.
No, I think Daily Wire has that.
Yeah, these
I
ratings.
think we can just let Ivan prattle about his serious stuff.
No, my serious stuff, dude. This is too big of a platform for me.
Or okay, maybe we can set up a debate between John and Ivan.
I would love a debate, but first I want to know if you know the race.
Trying to get me to do debates.
Welcome to the Orthosphere debate now.
Like, I'm just here, and they're like, "You and John should have a debate." Okay.
Maybe okay. So you don't want to debate. You don't have to. You don't have to. Okay, you can be like the little pussy in the back of the car.
You just lost your first debate, man. Are you ready for your second debate?
Here we go. I like butterflies. Debate me.
Okay. Nadim, I have a question. I haven't seen the video as many times as you, but I want to know the race of the person that like was doing all this artistry and.
Okay, so I'm gonna be very deep and very inside this video because I felt I was there when I watched it. Okay, so in the beginning,
he was a Middle Eastern.
Oh no. I wish. In the beginning, he was white. In the beginning, he was white. Okay, but then he did all the stuff. So he was a gymnast at the part. He did like the roly-poly, that's very impressive. And then when he goes in front of this well-lit poster, he turns it into this famous word, and the screen becomes black, and only this word is present. So what happened when it became black? He transcended into a black person. He became trans black. So
the reverse Michael Jackson.
Exactly.
Nadim, why did I walk away and I come in here and you're sounding all bigoted?
Wait, Wesford is back.
Dude,
I can't hear you though.
We were watching over your house, like we were just taking care of your place, man.
Yeah, we were taking care of your baby. You're talking alone. We can't hear. You gotta unmute.
Your mic is off. Your mic is off.
Unmuted.
Wesford, did you lose the talking unicorn?
Oh yeah, he
did. You gotta jiggle the handle, Mr. Wesford. It's not gonna flush if you don't jiggle the handle.
So, did you try turning it off and back on? Did you put it in right?
Why? Stop trying to turn me on, Logan. I'm trying. I know I'm trying to figure out which kind of gay you are, but not like that. I know it's a heated discussion, and you get very heated.
We decided, but the poll decided that he's side type of gay last time. You know?
Like we take answers in the comments section, please. Like what kind of gay?
No, the chat already decided what type of gay Logan is. He's type A gay.
Mr. Wesford, do you know how to bring up the chat? Like, are you using OBS?
I have OBS. I'm not using OBS right now. This is just StreamYard.
No, that is not old balls on the stream.
It could be. Nadim, oh sorry, Anson, where do you weigh in on old balls?
old balls. Well, I don't know. They're they're with me all the time. So I don't know. I guess I was born with them.
I think Rip is
waiting for him to turn gray.
You know how like some people are born with an old soul, like, oh, he's a young man with an old soul. You're a baby with old balls, born with old balls.
That's it.
I think Rip was comparing Anson's face to old balls. So I think Rip is being bigoted. But I
mean, have we ever really seen Old Ball's face? Have we seen Anson and Old Balls in a room together?
That's a good point. What if Old Balls, or what if Anson goes into like a old telephone booth and comes out as Old Balls? This is, if you don't know the deep lore of multiple channels here, then you're going to be lost.
Okay, what
we're leaving people behind on episode 1.
What Samuel said might be true. I think Logan is a hook to spit on that thing.
That's just
Bruh.
not gonna platform that. Benjamin Button of Paul.
There's children.
Here,
I gotta win this space. There we go. Thumbnail right there.
Yeah, they're about this hairy, if you want to just get a view from what it looks like.
Oh, wait. Okay, I don't know if that's what kind of gay you are, Logan, but I'm gonna give you the opportunity. Go ahead. Can I isolate you both, just the two of you? We can all look away. Here, let me. Here, this is how I have to do it. Okay, remove. Okay, I'll you guys. 7 minutes and a half.
I hate it here sometimes. It's so dumb. Oh my gosh!
I'm trying to get Nadim to speak Lebanese. It hasn't happened this stream yet.
It did.
Oh, it did? Okay.
Yeah, it did.
I'll say this about Old Balls. You're either a smart fella or a fart smella, and it appears he claims morality is derived from smelling farts. So
that's true. I did hear him say that.
John, what do you think about that?
Yeah, what do you think about no fault divorce, John?
Yeah, I don't like it.
No fault divorce, man.
Yeah.
Is there any good reaon for it? Is there okay, I could really see it? There's an exception for. I mean, if you marry a man, you don't realize you're marrying into old balls. Like, is that a grounds for no fault divorce?
You've been a bigot, but.
Well, that was hypothetical. That was just a hypothetical.
I would say more like if you marry someone and they end up liking black licorice, then that's a hard pass for me. Yeah.
Do you mean black licorice because it's black, or because it's black licorice? It's
black licorice.
How can you parse out those two?
Well, that's just. I would rather smell.
I can't believe you're offending the community in the community. I mean, I thought we accepted you.
Which community?
Have you ever seen any white licorice? Is that a thing? Is white licorice a minority?
Albino licorice.
Yeah.
All I know about licorice is that the red rope licorice is tainted. So.
Anson, you seem to be a wealth of knowledge. Can you please help us with the what's the root? Where do we get that word licorice? Where did that derive from? Is that Polish?
Well, I mean that's some Coomer behavior right there. You gotta lick, So it's something that two people do together, when they really love each other. It's part of the special hug that your parents probably told you about when you were little. You haven't experienced it yet, but you'll get there one day.
But you have, right?
Hey Anson, I've got a joke for you since this your vote is for this to be a comedy channel. Okay, so like my wife and I were walking down okay, how's it start again? Oh yeah, okay, I got it. It's in my head. I got it. Okay, so me and my wife are walking down the road with my son. He's about 3 years old now. And at a neighbor's house, they had 2 dogs out and they were, doing what dogs do. They're making they were humping. And my son looks at me and goes, "Daddy, what are they doing?" And my wife goes, "Well, they're just wrestling." I went, "No, I will not lie to my son. Son, they are making puppies. That's what 2 dogs do. They do that, and then they make puppies." Fast forward later that day, I'm feeling right randy, and my son's playing with Legos, and my wife and I sneak off into our bedroom as a married couple does. We went for a marriage bed, and then suddenly the door opened. My son had opened the door. He sees us. He's like, "Daddy, what are you doing to mommy?" And my mom,
are you making puppies?
And Nadim, don't you ruin my joke. So the son is like, my son asked me, "What are you doing to mommy?" And my wife, my dear, lovely wife, I love her. I could tell that she was going to lie to him. I stopped her right there. I said, "I will not lie to my son. Son, we're trying to make you a baby brother or sister." He goes, "Okay, flip her over. I want puppies instead."
That was a pretty good joke, man. I especially like your commitment to your method acting, where you made up having a wife and kid just for the sake of the story.
Right.
That was impressive. You deserve a Grammy for that.
Why is it called Grammy?
Well, it's a part of their drug culture. They measure everything in grams.
Oh, okay. So, see, I was really confused because that's what I would call my grandmother. I'd call her Grammy.
Oh yeah, that's
just the black thing, though. That's just
back in the day when drugs were legal. Yeah. That's why they started that. So.
Okay, yeah. As a black person, I just don't really get that whole drug culture thing. That's
is it because if they won the Grammy, they're not worthy of an ouncie?
Huh?
Yeah, it's a work in progress. They got to build up to the ouncie.
How do you get a kilo then?
We haven't figured that. We haven't unlocked that part yet. I don't know. You're the booty alchemist, though. You should be the one to guide us.
I mean, have you done a Grammy?
How many Grammys have you had
from your booty?
No, Nadim, no.
Do you inject your steroids?
Are you insinuating that the booty alchemist gets high on his own supply?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
Ivan, I know this is your first time here. You may be a little bit lost. There's deep lore. You have to go back and watch about 80 hours of content to understand the episode that you yourself are a part of. So it's a lot of work, but you got to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's part of the hustle,
Yeah. You got to do it so you can join in the pandering reboot with us, because after all, that's what all modern entertainment is.
That's what the higher ups want you to do.
So what we're really trying to do is we're trying to appeal to the Zoomers. So then when they become geriatric Zoomer, much like Anson here over this way is a geriatric millennial, then we can do the same thing in a slightly glossier repackage and cash in on the nostalgia. So that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, we're trying to build a brand here.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, we can bring it back like every 20 years.
I just want them to do Ninja Turtles again. I don't feel like we've gotten enough reboots of Ninja Turtles.
What's the latest reboot that you've hated?
That I've hated?
Yeah.
Nothing comes to mind. I'm dreading the day that they try to reboot a masterpiece like Back to the Future or Princess Bride. If either of those 2 movies get remade, then I'm not quite sure how I'll react. I know it won't be good. It'll be I wouldn't want to be anyone in my life when that happens. But one that I've hated, Anson, what's a reboot that you hate? Will I try to think?
Yeah, so when they remade Ghostbusters into a predominantly female-oriented movie and turned the male characters into ridiculous caricatures of themselves and provided the women with exceptional powers beyond what the male characters would have had in the original movie. And it was supposed to be a comedy movie, so they cast a lot of SNL female actors in the movie. And I was extremely disappointed in the content and quality and depth of the movie. I really think that there weren't enough vagina jokes for the female comedians, because that's really where the female comedians shine is when talking about their vaginas, and Ghostbusters just really didn't afford them the opportunity to shine where female comedians really own the stage.
No, Anson, would you say there's any parallel between that being a comedy movie and this being a comedy stream?
No. I'd say that Ghostbusters, even the reboot was funny, and this isn't. So
okay, well, I know these are old jokes, are a little bit dusty. I could dust them off, but I felt like they were pretty good hits when I brought them out. I could talk about my black vagina a little bit more than I do. Would that help?
Also, so you do acknowledge that you're a trans woman?
I mean, it would, but you don't have the right gravitas for that. Your balls really haven't dropped enough to make it to that point yet.
Okay, could you explain? Could you demonstrate with your excellent method acting the gravitas that would be required for you to be able to make a black vagina joke?
Well, I'm not a method actor like you, man. I mean, you're the one that basically invented an entire family out of nowhere. I mean, if anyone here could do it, you could pull it off, man. I have faith in you. You go ahead and give it a shot.
Well, I know that you're trying to obfuscate and try to, pass the buck and all that, and the burden you're burden shifting right now. But I know that you have a history of method acting because you invented a whole voter block to support you in office. So it doesn't get past me, Anson.
Oh no, you're mistaken. See, I've never been elected to anything. I only know how to lose elections. So
okay. Are you like? Wait, what's this gentleman's name? Booty Alchemist, you vamp while I look something up. Go. Booty Alchemist show.
Well, yesterday I went to the lake and broke a toe. I jumped into the lake and there was a rock at the bottom and broke my toe. So I've been having to deal with that all day, which really irks me gurks because I can't go do gymnastics anymore because I need all 10 toes to do gymnastics, but I only have 9 right now. So I think my gymnastics career is over and I might just start a cooking show.
So do you think the guy that added the A on the poster is kind of your idol in gymnastics?
Yeah, that's where this passion started from. I saw that video like about 6 months ago or whenever it came out. And I was like, what have I been doing with my life?
I mean, what a majestic human being you thought, yeah? You're like, oh, what a gymnast.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna quit my job and just start doing gymnastics full time, I guess. I don't know what else to do.
Well, I know Anson's not here, but okay, John, Logan, you go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go on. Sorry, I don't want to lose any gay viewers that maybe. I don't want to give them any fodder. He keeps interrupting Logan. That's why I'm here. Did you
put product today? Did you put product on today?
I'm not trying to be mean or anything. I'm just trying to make sure I appeal to a mass.
Did you put product in your hair today, Logan?
No, I don't have any hair product. Thank you.
I heard you lower your voice. I heard that. But
yes,
okay.
I do.
I'm a real boy. Okay, so I know Anson is a little shy. But he is a full-time politician, and he's actually running for president this year. I don't know why. I was trying to get him to open up about it. I think he's a little shy. I think he's just as scared as I am. But here, I do want to play. He was actually in a debate recently for the 2024 United States of America presidential election. So here, let's play that.
Not all the people running for president are names or faces you've seen before.
Vermin Supreme will take away your guns and give you better ones.
Of course, it wouldn't be a New Hampshire primary without my perennial candidate. And again, he is real. Vermin Supreme.
That's a stage name.
They have
That's
all
Anson.
sorts of people listed
There's the
here who
gay.
got some votes. Vermin Supreme.
What kind of gay is that, Logan?
My name is Vermin Supreme.
This platform includes
type that's more than me.
all Americans and
There he
using
is.
zombies to create energy by harnessing the latest in hamster wheel technology.
Vermin Supreme.
Okay.
Ballot.
I'm here today to actually endorse Vermin Supreme on the Democratic ballot.
Come out with your hands up and your pants down. We have you surrounded.
I'm a friendly fascist. I'm a tyrant that you should trust.
He's a presidential candidate college students are showing up for.
I came here for Vermin. Yes, I'm a politician. I will promise you anything your little electorate heart desires because you are the informed voting public and because I have no intention of keeping any promise that I make.
We are not going to pass this border package.
He sounds like
better
the
not
perfect,
pass funding for Ukraine.
Yeah, he sounds like the perfect politician to me.
A vote for Vermin Supreme is a vote completely thrown away.
So I mean, Anson, obviously his stage name is Vermin Supreme, and I don't know why he wasn't opening up about that. But
I don't know why he didn't put the hat on today, like the shoe on
right.
today. He's kind of suppressing his verminacity, his identity.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got a request in the comments. It's ma'am.
What?
Now, can you do it? Now, can you try to do it, but lowering your voice?
Did you just fart?
I want to shake your hand.
I want to take his hand.
So, Ivan, would you vote for Anson, Vermin Supreme?
No, I've listened to his rant about how we are Orthodox and we have a worse beard than him, and like that put me off because literally I could find some of his like children inside his beard, like little rats.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm not allowed to grow out a beard.
I mean, at least we have hair on our head, you know, like
instead of our balls.
Instead of being old balls, you know.
Yeah.
It's a family stream, everybody. Family show.
Yeah.
Well, but I did like his proposition for bringing back old balls divorce, like
old balls divorce. Yes, that's a.
I think he
divorce is now only in the case of incidental old balls.
If you marry somebody and you discover that they've secretly been hiding old balls, then you get a annulment. You actually never you were never married in the first place.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing if you I think it's the
just
same
as
thing if
Frankie intended.
I think it's the same thing if you realize your partner uses product, you know, like he calls your shampoo, he calls it product.
Right.
So,
like if you saw a man using product in your hair, you would assume they're homosexual, right? But hey, Ivan, I think I see a couple comments here. Can you please tell us how your dad gave you the sex talk?
No, honestly, I remember the first time I heard my mother screaming. I thought she was being like hurt by something, so I sneaked up into my parents' room and I hid beneath the bed, and then I realized I shouldn't be there for some reason, and I left, and that was it. I never had to ask anything. I was about, I don't know, 15 or something.
I never got that talk. My dad just showed me.
Oh.
15? You learned
Is this that mall Santa benefit package we were talking about?
That's what I was trying to get him to open up about. That's what his campaign
you learn about that at 16, man. I knew. I mean, they taught us in school when I was like what, 11 or 12 or something.
The school taught you about it? Your parents didn't do their job?
In science, in like what's it called?
This is why American society is falling. This is why the degradation of America has gotten to the point where it is. People like Nadim, whose parents won't show up and do their responsibility, teach their kids what they need to teach. Nadim, I'm not trying to be offensive or anything, but like your parents, they decided to let the American government be the parents instead.
What American government?
You're so far gone, Nadim. You don't even hear what you're saying.
As if I was in public school in the US.
Nadim, I have a question. Like, did they use like a wooden dicks, like to show you? Yeah.
Did they roll the condom on it for you to show
That's
you?
what they
This is
do in the
very
US.
not safe for work right now.
I think that's what they do in the US, though.
No, they just use bananas.
No, I think my parents did talk to me about it, but like we did like a human anatomy in school, and like that they taught us about how it happens, you know, like specifically like in the human organ, but not like about how they do it in bed, you know.
So you can
So
only
you were
do it in
not taught how
school?
to please a woman then. That was not in
Yeah,
the curriculum.
they missed this part. Like they show me like which part to, you know.
So basically, the old curriculum, because like I don't know if you've seen that nowadays. Like that's basically what they're teaching kids.
Right, I got the Common Core version of sex ed. You know, I didn't really get the old guard stuff.
I mean, in my university, and it's not a joke, there was a week called Bank Week or Bang, and it was like a week where there's the university organized like pizza and porn, vagina museum.
This sounds like the United States of America's Navy.
Yeah,
Isn't that
it's
right,
in the
Logan?
UK. It's in London.
Huh? I wouldn't know. I'm in the army.
Oh, that's true.
Same thing, right?
You're not that kind of gay.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be out on the water surrounded by seamen.
This is Logan kind of gay.
And the university gifts every student like 10 condoms a month or something. I'm not joking. Like they're encouraging sex, you know.
Yeah, did y'all have that? Like the health, the like health class on the desk would always be like a punch bowl full of stuff.
You cut out there. What was it?
A punch bowl full of prophylactics.
I don't know big words like that. Is that like Viagra?
No.
Rubber?
Prophylaxis. That's what you get. Like you have to. It's like when you're like,
like
you get stung by
glove.
you take it when you get stung with a bee, right? Like if you have like allergic reaction to peanuts or a bee, you have to take a prophylaxis, right?
Yeah, you just add the glove to your penis. Okay. That's it.
Whoa. Why are you getting a bee sting on your penis, dude? What are you, retarded?
Maybe. Or